Okay, fourth time lucky, hopefully. I've tried 3 different songs. I get copyright every time before the video is even put public. So this is a no copyright song. No copyright track beat. So let's hope this time I don't get copyrighted. So my review of the Polk Audio ES10. Just for a few seconds, I'll put this loud now. They don't like this very loud because it's very bass heavy. And they're only 4-inch speakers. You can hear. That's a 4-inch speaker. That's my hand in comparison. That's my hand in comparison to the speaker itself. That's a battery powered candle. And you can see. I'll turn it down, I don't want to kill my speakers. So I got these, replaced them Sony ST20 rear speakers. They were wired, I'd say they were fucking tiny. Thin cable, that was, I'd say, gauge 20. I was using gauge 20 speaker cable on that for a few days until I got good speaker cable. And that one, they're my rear speakers. But I replaced the 2 speakers I was using there because for about 3 years I was using the Sony ST20 rear speakers, not realizing they were only 2.5 ohm. On my Sony STR DN1020 AV receiver, and what you hear with the music there is only those 2 speakers I can show you. That's not turned on. No power light. So the speakers are completely disconnected. Here's the banana plug. All the other speakers are disconnected. It's just these 2 speakers you're hearing. I could have picked a different song, but this is my 4th time trying this. So what I'm using is 12 gauge speaker cable with Nakamichi. Oh, you can't see. 12 gauge speaker cable with Nakamichi banana plugs. The ones that I reviewed. And I got these because of the other speakers I was using. I needed good rear speakers. Thing about these is they may be small and tiny. They make my Sony's floor standing 4-way speakers. They're old now. Them speakers are 18 years old. The amp is AV receiver is about 20 years old. So they make those speakers sound a little bit dull and lifeless. They don't have as much treble in them, or mid-range. They have a lot more bass, but they're missing the treble and mid-range. And the same speaker cable under all the speakers. Same banana plugs on all the speakers. It's just, these sound much better. I mean, like when I got these first, I did the cheap speaker cable on it and they still sounded very, very good. Sitting here in my seat watching a film, even though I have them all calibrated to the same volume with a dB meter, these ones sound a little bit louder than the front 3 speakers. So what I'm going to try and do is buy either a pair of ES50 front speakers, floor standers, if I can find them at the right price, because depends on where I look, they're either €265 or €400 nearly. for one speaker. I mean, like, why would you sell them separately? People need a pair of speakers. I need a pair, so it's going to be expensive to buy a pair of those speakers. And those Sonys, I got them for €200 18 years ago. So I want to replace that with an ES30 and have all the same speakers. And I don't know if I'll replace this. My problem with this subwoofer is that side firing bass port, because this room is 12 foot from there to that corner to that wall, and from that wall to this wall is 11 foot. So my room isn't that big. So I need a subwoofer with either a sealed subwoofer or subwoofer with front firing bass ports. The reason why I've done this with that is it reduces reflection from audio on the coffee table. Not much I can do with that because it's a one bedroom house and I don't have the space in my bedroom for the computer. Unless somebody's going to build me a shed. But those Polk Audio ES10s, they're just, for the size of them, they're amazing. You can hear they're very clear. There's good mid-range, there's good treble. Bass port is a power port, as they call it. So it's good for if you have it up against the wall as well. It's not recommended to have a speaker against the wall because it'll sound a bit muffled. But that's the best arrangement I can have. I absolutely love these speakers. I mean, like, for the size of them, I was skeptical. I needed a small pair of rear speakers for the size of this little room I have. So I got these speakers, and they were a fairly decent price as well. So if you're thinking of getting a pair of small rear speakers, I would recommend these. I mean, like, the cabinet, it's bloody solid. You could drive a freaking car on these things. Compared to the Sonys. Wait till you hear how hollow these things are. Hollow. They're not bad speakers, they're alright. But these speakers are so much clearer. They're so much better, those speakers. I wouldn't recommend them for front speakers on their own though. If you're going to get the Polk Audio, I'd recommend the ES20 or the ES10. ES15, sorry. But anyway, that's my short little rant about those speakers. It's not really a review because I don't do measurements and all that. I don't believe in it. I rely on my ears for what I hear, not speaker measurements, because speaker measurements are grand for a controlled situation, but you'll have a speaker measurement in one room and then they'll sound different in another room. So if they sound flat with a measurement in one room, in this room they'll sound completely different. So these speakers are great. I would highly recommend them. They're good speakers. There's good bass out of them, good mid-range, and good treble.